Hey, Thunderbolt here, and here's everything you need to know about SCRAPRUN. So first, the entrance. Right now it's not open, but what is going? So the people that join SCRAPRUN are separated into two groups, not manual, or not automatically. They can choose. You can choose to be a runner or a scrapper. A scrapper's job is to make sure that the runners don't make it to the end of the course, which it starts here but goes all the way up there. And the runner's job is to just juke the scrappers and make it as far as they can. So it'll start inside that green building that I showed you. Right here. And after that, there will be a whole obstacle course ahead of them. So, we start with a little parkour test and a solid ground. That means if they fall, they can always just get back up. After this is... I don't know what it's called. It's basically green platforms with spinny bars that can be controlled over there. You see two buttons off in the distance over there? One button makes them spin extra fast. And the other button makes them spin backwards. After that, you'll see this little or a bunch of little platforms. You can take the easy long way or the short but tall way. Doesn't really matter what you choose, as long as you don't. Oops. Next, you get to this little gate area with 3 trapdoors and 3 cyan walls. Now, I can't see it from here, but if you're a scrapper, there will be a button to press that will lower the cyan walls where all the runners that are in this section are just trapped in here. But there are ways you can avoid dying in there. Alright, first off, the middle trapdoor, be careful. The middle trapdoor opens downwards. So if you're in the middle when it opens, you're probably doomed. But something better is the 2 trapdoors on the sides. These open up. So if your best chance of survival is to stay right in this little section right here or there. But the thing is, if you're on the side, if you're on either of the sides away from the middle, they'll open up and you'll get squeezed in between the spaces. But if you're at the very edge of the middle one, there'll be a tiny little platform about, I don't know, this thick, that it'll open up and there'll be a little section for you to stand on. Right now they're not operating because the SCRAPRUN's not open. After that, oh no, let me try that again. After that, there's a little ramp there, right there. Right there. If you have enough momentum, you can run in, jump 45 degrees, about 45 degrees, go up to here. And now we've come to the first checkpoints to get you in. Now, you see there's a monkey bar here and a whole bunch of other monkey bars. The checkpoint switch to open this checkpoint is, how far do I have to go? Right under there. I'm not sure if you can see it. I can't see it from here. Nope, wrong way. So then from here, one of your best bets is to stay near the back of this tall platform until this scrapper stops camping. I'm sorry for the stuttering. So if you're not blind as a bat, you can see there's a grayish box with a ray coming down from it. It's basically a nuke dropper. nuke. You heard me correctly. So this box is related to a joystick that you can grab or move left and right and up and down, and it moves it along this area, like all the way over here, all the way up to here. So, this is our first grief warning. A common, or not grief, but camp warning. A common way for scrappers to get rid of a lot of not as skilled players like me is to have the box go all the way over here as far as it can on above this orange platform, and as soon as and the cooldown is really short, so it's very overpowered. So their best bet is to just spam the trigger. It's like you hold to move the joystick and then trigger to activate it and drop the nuke. This will send people on this end of the platform flying this way and possibly falling down. So be warned of that. Although camping like that is reportable, it's not too serious, but it is technically reportable and bannable. So now we've got to these two green circle platforms. Now there's a little button over there. I'm not sure how well you can see it with the video quality, but it activates this fan. It starts spinning. It doesn't really matter which direction, but applies a sideways force this way, pulling everyone in this little rectangle-ish area towards the fan. However, there is a way you can juke it, but I'll get to that in. Now we get to what's commonly called the pickle spin. They're long, green, rectangular prisms that spin in a certain direction. I can't see it from here, but but there's two buttons that'll activate certain. Oh yeah, look, two buttons over there. One button makes them spin extra fast like this, and the other button will make them spin in reverse. So that's another thing you gotta watch out for. We'll get to that purple platform in a bit, but now the ways to juke the nuke. So the first thing you'll notice is that it has about a 4-second cooldown, more or less. I don't know the exact time. So as soon as one drops off and explodes, you can run as fast as you can. Although be careful, if there's a scrapper over there targeting you, they can outrun. They can catch up to you very quickly. But if the fan is triggered and start getting that sideways force, you can jump up. You'll jump up and get pushed sideways. Then you can jump off this while having your forwards force and get onto these pickle spins, as people call them. And then jump onto this purple platform, hopefully without sliding off. Hope you survive. And then once you're here, you can jump up and over to a simple wall carve or wall. Land on this platform. Now just a sec, there. Once you're there, you can jump up over or onto that platform, jump off, get onto this platform, then get onto this platform. Now, by the time you're here, a few of these sections, or this green section, will have disintegrated by now, so it'll just be an empty drop. Now, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but you'll notice two sideways or slanted platforms, dark grayish. And there's a button somewhere over there, not sure. Yeah, look, there's a button that makes them slippery. Like so, you're running across, and that guy and the scrapper presses the button. There will be a slime sound effect, and they'll turn dark blue, like all this blue stuff, not light blue, dark blue, and then it'll become slippery, which is what you gotta watch out for. But if you can't get off fast enough, you'll fall because these will disappear about 3 seconds after. Then you'll have to wait another 5 to 10 seconds for the platforms to come back original. Now, once you've made it to these blue platforms, there'll be checkpoint number 2. I think there's only 2 checkpoints. So like you see there's a little switch over there, right there or so? That's the switch to open this checkpoint. Once the checkpoint's open, you'll have 20 seconds to get in before it closes up like this. Now you could do a little double walls, kind of like in Gorilla Tag. From here, you have to do a little bit of wall running, and then we'll get to the next section. I don't know what it's called, but I don't care. By now, this section, this purple section that you would land on, will have disintegrated by then. So over there, I can't see where they are because there's a wall in the way. Yeah, there's a joystick over there and a joystick over there. The one over here controls this little ball, which can move around the whole orange area and knock people off. Doesn't matter how fast you're going against it, it'll just knock you off regardless. Other joystick over there controls this bigger ball. While it can't go to this part of the map, it's a lot easier to knock off players that go this way. Because, I mean, there's no way around it. A common way to get past it is to run on the right-hand side. You go on this little platform behind the ball, or where the ball spawns, then get to this little ramp. If you're speedrunning, you can go under the ramp and onto this blue platform. Now, if you're not, you can just go to the right, go up the ramp, but then you'll see a blue platform, and then a blue ramp going down and then up with that stuff over there. Although if you're speedrunning, while it's not the safest, it's probably the fastest to just cube hop from one to another and get to this blue platform over here. Oh yeah, I was right. There's no more checkpoints. There's only 2. Now once you're here, there's these disappearing platforms. They're dark gray and slanted all over the place, right there. Now, they look like normal platforms, but they have a catch. If you step on it, or do this on it, it'll disappear about a quarter of a second after you launch off of it. After you touch it, actually. Alright, now here's a grief warning. A common way for runners to grief other runners is for a runner to make it to the end right here, and then as you're going across these platforms, they'll run on each of these 4 to cut them off and make it so they can't get past. It's very common, so be careful. Then you see an orange wrench figure, if you want to call it that. It's also a blue slide and an orange slide. The orange slide is a normal texture. Now a way to speedrun is to straddle the blue part and just make it to that orange box, which I'll get to in a sec. What is that sound? Either way. Or you can go down. Be careful, you'll have a lot of speed, so try and decelerate yourself as you go. Alright, so now there's a lot of guns down there, or whatever your ball guns, I don't care. Call them what you want. Now, this orange box is a safe platform. Now, the cyan, remember, cyan is slippery. This is by far the most dangerous part of the area. Whatever you call it. Now, there's a little lime strip. That's the only non-slippery part of this. And there's a button somewhere over. Yeah, look, there's a button right there that makes the ball go much faster than you can run. Did I just hear someone else? So if you're already past halfway and that's activated, you're kind of cooked. It was too big for you to jump over. And if you're lucky, you'll have enough speed to juke it, go to the left, and jump off. Although it's pretty hard to do, and I haven't done it either. And you'll get to this blue platform, which is basically like the checkpoint. All the way down there, I think. I'm not sure. You'll have to do some wall running, and then some double wall, like in Gorilla Tag. Now we're almost at the end, right here. And you'll get to this platform. Then you can hop on this other platform, and then these group platforms. Now this is basically Plinko. Now I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a button there that makes these balls up here drop down and make a little Plinko. It can't be turned off once it's activated, so you should be careful. Oh, I almost fell off, like real life. So once you're here, your best bet is to go to the very left. And you see these little pegs? They're also grabbable. That'll help you a bit. So once these balls are down on the side, you can jump up. It's hard to see. You can jump up and hang on to this left one all the way over here. Then once it passes, you can jump up and get to this purple area. You can then jump onto this tan and white platform with these asteroids. I'm pretty sure you've dealt with them in the parkour district, but it doesn't really matter. It's fine. Now, these have lots of different slanted bit of features on them, so be careful. And this part's very self-explanatory, and you just jump from rock to rock, although if you go one at a time, it's a little bit safe. The last few are easy to do. Then once you get over here, you get onto this platform, this little whitish platform. Oh my god, that's bright. And then get to this section. This is the end of SCRAPRUN, and if a single runner makes it here, this whole area with the scrappers will all disintegrate. That basically means they're eliminated. But however, there is another grief warning, because there are invisible boundaries along right here. Alright, now we'll get to the disintegration. As time goes on, each district in order from one to the next, to the next, to the next, and so on, will slowly disintegrate as the 4 minutes of each SCRAPRUN round goes on, eventually leaving just the finishing platform when the time fully runs out. But if you see a district down here turn red, that means you have 8 seconds to get off of it before it fully disintegrates. Now, back to here. The rules are the same for the scrappers area. It also has 8 seconds before it disintegrates. So people can abuse this glitch and run and jump off as it's disintegrating. They'll jump up and wall carve and get on here. But sometimes they can go onto any other part of the course that's not disintegrated too. The thing is, since you're colored differently when you go into a SCRAPRUN match, it puts you on a team. Like purple is Excelsior, I think. I'm not sure. Rusty orange is Rust Runners. There's a lot of colors. It's on here, but you'll be colored depending on your team, along with the scrappers. Now, just like in Driftball, people can push each other. People can push each other, just like on here. And the most common griefing spot for that is right over. Oh no, right over here. They'll run and jump off onto this orange area, get up here, and then get to this platform where they'll often push people that don't have enough confidence to go on. They'll push them off of this. By the way, this whole area below it will have disintegrated by then. So that's a thing to watch out for, and that pretty much sums it up. I'll give you the disintegration times, but I'm not sure how well it's calculated. I've calculated them. Alright, so the whole match is 4 minutes. Now, how many sections are there? Let's count. get all the way down and start counting the sections. Now, a good way to go fast and look around. So this counts as a section. It'll slowly disintegrate. One section, 2 sections, 3 sections, 4 sections, 5 sections, trapdoors, 6 sections, monkey bars and checkpoint, and the nuke, 7, which is these circles and the fan, 8, the pickle spinners, 9, these purple platforms, 10, the sometimes slippery platform, 11, the blue wall running platforms, along with checkpoint number 2, last checkpoint, by the way. Number 12, I think. I'm not sure if I lost count. Oof, that might be a tough one. Which has the big ball and the little ball. Checkpoint, or number 13, is this blue area with the little speed running part, if you want to. Number 14, these disappearing platforms. Number 15, the slide. Number 16, the rolling ball, like Indiana Jones. 18, another wall running and double wall. 19, Plinko. And 20 for asteroid. And look at that. And this isn't 21, this is the finish. It'll stay there until the round ends. It disintegrates along with... Oh, wait. Everything else will have disintegrated by then. Oops. So there's 20 sections, and I'll try and take a picture of each one to show you. Although I'm not great at photo editing, so I'm sorry if it turns out bad. So, that's basically everything in this video. So please like and subscribe. This took a long time to record and make. Subscribe and SCRAPRUN will open again. That's Thunderbolt, and have a great day. Oh yeah, something I forgot to tell you was that districts disintegrate as time goes on, which the calculations will be shown like later in the video. I'm not sure yet.
Have you visited the parkour district lately? The reconstruction is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Some
it.
free runners have been turning the abandoned mining tunnels into pure poetry in motion.
Each structure disintegrates as time goes on. That's all the structures. Just look at this. And that's basically it. And then an additional info, the whole SCRAPRUN is 4 minutes from start to the end when everything disintegrates. So that's everything you need to know about SCRAPRUN. Put stuff I missed in the comments, and hopefully I'll cover it in a later video. See ya. Oh yeah, and a little bonus is, finish it, it'll show, says you just got the weekly cosmetic, which for this week, week 21, the little that I showed off for the video. So that's it.